Right now, starting right now, everything that when you see me with this, that means if you need to pee, wear a diaper, or if you're gonna stand from this side, go back behind the counter, the island. So we're recording, okay? This is for you, and this is for our master classes that we do, dissection master classes, all right? It's gonna have a lot of sense. Besides her, somebody else missing? David, yeah, I was like, somebody was missing. All right, so if you notice, right? If you notice, the idea of you doing these type of exercises, the first two in the morning, it's about you putting somebody else in trance. It's about you using your hypnotic language. It's about you getting comfortable with the inductions that you have learned, 3 so far, so you get in the mood. And also, the flip side is that hypnosis is like anything else that you have done in your life. The first time, it's new. The second one, it's less new. And then, like our unconscious mind does everything, it becomes familiar. There's a concept that is mine. This is not nothing. You're not going to find this in the hypnotic books. Like you're not going to find high submodalities or low submodalities. It's my way of making it very clear so you can hear that when you say if something is near, good or bad, the emotion is going to be high. If you put some distance in that, then the emotion begins to lower. So think about it. I was talking to Constantine and with David. If you have a memory, right, that makes you feel bad, usually if that memory is a movie, how do you see it? Okay, but how does the movie run? Thank you. So if it's a movie, you remember it like in a way like it happened, forward. So when we grab those useless beliefs and you run it backwards, what are you doing? That's the explanation. But tell me, what are you doing if you are making a movie go backwards? No, yeah, but you're talking with a conscious mind. What is a movie that you see in your mind like this, and now you see it backwards?
Oh, it's gibberish.
No, you're talking with your conscious mind. Figure, no, keep,
Distortion.
no. I'll put another example so you guys can understand even quicker, because unconsciously you already did it. That's why we work with the other mind of yours, the one that doesn't break. So if you have a bad memory in color and we drained it, what are we changing? A what? You lower the submodalities, right? You are changing the submodality from color to black and white. We know now that black and white has lower or less emotion. So if a movie technically runs forward, when you run it backwards, what are you doing? Say it again. You're lowering the submodality of the movie. It's the same thing if you are associated and now we dissociate you. Yes? It's a submodality. It's not in the sheet, but running the movie backwards, it's a submodality. Submodalities come in pairs. Color, black and white. Associated, dissociated. Near, far. Big, small. Volume, up, low. Left, right, around. Right? So if in the subcategory of the submodality of the movie, so the movie can go forwards or backwards if you want to get very detailed. So when you run the movie backwards and originally goes forward, you're lowering the submodality. This is her 10th practitioner. And now it's hitting her. It hit me in my 19th. In my 3rd practitioner, I went to John Laval, the president of the society. And I said, John, how come in the 1st practitioner that I did, you didn't teach model operators? And he looked at me, he's like, it took you that long, huh? And like, okay, yes. Look at your manual, all right? So that is the purpose of what we're doing, okay? And then we did a second exercise. Without saying nothing, you put your client in a trance and you begin to fractionate. As there's no literature or there's nothing in books that you're going to find, like I like to explain high or low because it's easy, right? The spider here has a distance. If we put the spider on your knee, we're changing the distance, and whatever you feel for the spider goes up. If you think a spider is cute and you put it here, it gets cuter. And you put it outside, and now, if you're afraid or it's disgusting, now it's less disgusting. Remember, you're not changing the emotion, you're lowering the emotion. You get it? The emotion is the same until we fix you, right? The emotion is the same until we fix you. But just by changing some modalities, we're just manipulating the emotion. We haven't fixed shit. Okay? And there's another thing that I use for myself, and then I just share it with you, is that the concept of gravity. Right? Women, especially at your age, don't like the concept of gravity. I understand. Tits go down and all that. But that's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is the concept of the body when you put them the first time in trance as soon as they close their eyes. So when you say in any induction, close your eyes, and as you begin to fractionate them, you begin to see more what? Gravity. So when I say we need more gravity in this client, it's because their conscious mind is still there. The idea of fractionation is to get the conscious mind away from you working with the unconscious mind. If the conscious mind is still around, it's going to fuck with your work. Have this in mind. If the conscious mind is still there, even though you're talking to the conscious mind said, nah, that's not going to work because I remember one time that I heard that the bum, blah, 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 and it happened to me that when I was 5, and and because I read that my grandmother was a slave, even though she was white, she was a white slave, and and then my father, I saw his dick when I was 3, and my mother, she stopped from breastfeeding me when I was 17, so no, blah, blah, that's why I'm poor. And that's why I don't have abundance in my life. Instead of saying I need to develop new beliefs, I need to develop new behaviors and new skills, so whatever I do, I stand out. Right? So we're going to do another exercise because the idea is that you get familiar with this. All right? Familiar with this. So there's phobias in which if somebody has a height phobia, as soon as they see the balcony meters away or several yards away, they'll shit themselves. Or maybe an elevator phobia, that they do like a cat in the doors, like, it's impossible that they can do the behavior. Because remember, people are gonna lie to you consciously because they're gonna change names of things or they don't know what they're saying. So somebody says, I have a phobia for the elevator. Good. When was the last time you were in the elevator? Oh, just this morning because you're in the fucking 12th floor. So a phobia, people, it's impossible that they can engage in the behavior. So this is anxiety. There's a phone over there. So anxiety, you do the behavior, but you're shit your pants. You're shitting your pants. Phobia, it's impossible that you can do it. And then you have another thing that is things that you're afraid of. But I want you to think about a fear. All right? I want you to think about a fear that you have still, even at 17, that you know consciously, that you learned that fear when you were young. And you still have it today. Okay? It's very simple. A fear. That means that you can do it and still, vamos a grabar. You can do it. ¿Ya está grabando? Good. Entonces dime que estás grabando. Yo estoy esperando la señal. Yo estoy esperando hasta que la persona venga. ¿No? ¿Está bien? Well, next time. Muy bien. Entonces, we're masters in communication, like you can see between Poliana and me. So, if you think about a fear that you have, that you knew that something happened when you were a child and you are consciously aware, because a lot of people are not consciously aware where they got this. No. I want to do a simple exercise. Remember, simple exercise, simple techniques. Keep it simple. All right? So, do you have one of those? Okay? Do you have one of those? No? Good. Well, the more you do NLP, the more you fix yourself. How about you? You have it? Okay, good. You have it? Good. Proud of you. How about you? No. You? No. You? No. You? No. You? From a child. Okay, good. So, and Faye, you have it. Are you sure? Is there a way that if we fix you right now, you can go to that and notice that you're done? Or you have to get out of here? Can you check it?
No.
When you have to check it? When can you check it? If it's public speaking, you have to wait until there's a theater of people. If it's an elevator and you know it was because you got trapped and you get it? Can you check it?
Being interaction with people that I would find out my reaction
Okay.
to situations.
If they're a family, you're fucked. They're supposed to fuck you up. Right?
It was.
By the way, your biggest enemies of your work, when you change somebody, you have to put them a condom. All of our clients would put them a big condom, first against their stupidity, but especially against their family and friends, because they're the ones that first are gonna fuck or try to fuck your work. Because for them, their behavior is familiar. So once they begin to engage in a new behavior, since it's unfamiliar, they're gonna begin to start the post-hypnotic wars of 2025. Even somebody that smokes Marlboro or cigarettes, and you fix them, there's gonna be at least one motherfucker that's gonna say, you fucked it up. So now with whom am I gonna smoke outside in the parties, and even that thing happens, right? How about you? Can you check it today? No? Can you check it today? So you can check it today. You like the camera, huh? All right, good. Come on, let's go. Yeah, come on. It's all about change work today. All right, gonna grab this. Watch out with the third nipple. Okay, good. So you never know. I've seen a lot of things in the hospital. Almost 6,000 people. So, all right, good. So, remember that I had a friend. Well, actually, we're still friends. We're still friends. I say I had because he moved, and we used to watch NBA games with some beers almost every weekend. Now, not so much. I still have my beers, but not with him. So, he told me that in the 90s, we had handycams. Remember handycams? So we can put the cassette in at that. And he found, when his father died, in his garage, in a box, all these cassettes of handycams, and with the marker of a Sharpie, right? Summer 91, and his name is Albert, but I call him Al. So it's Al's presentation. And he's like, what the fuck is this? So he put it in the VCR that had a small thing for the VCR. You didn't have the cable that goes directly to the TV. So the VHS had a hole that you put the small cassette inside the VHS cassette, and you put it in the VHS. Yeah. Yeah. I remember those days. So, do you remember the telephone that you did like, you remember that they put a padlock?
Yeah.
I remember that I had a girlfriend that when my father arrived home, usually at night, and I was done playing basketball or soccer, I was talking with her. And he's like, she called you, right? He said, yes. Yes. But I remember that a friend of mine that actually was the driver of my father, a military guy, he's like, no, come here. What's the number? 977. And he's like, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. What's the other 4? 4, 4, 5, 3. 4, 4, 3, 3. I was like, the fuck? And then he hang. He's like, no, you do it. All right, good. So I learned how to cheat for love. It's good. That's a good way to cheat, right? So the point is that he said that he started to see this movie, and Al was in the children were talking about the Mars and Jupiter, and thought it was about the planets and the sun. And he told me that his theme was the moon. So when he got in front of the class, and he said, the moon is the nearest satellite. And then the teacher came and said, start over. And he said, okay. The moon. He said, sit down. The next one. And he said, this motherfucker was a fucking midget. The guy was like 5'1". And if I've been at my age with the man that I am, I'm 180 in meters. That's 5'11", almost 5'10", almost 5'11". So well, fuck it. And he said, right now that motherfucker would have said that, I would have like literally backslapped him and said, shut the fuck up. And then he said he was having a beer and he remembered and he said, the moon is the satellite that's close to motherfucker. And that's it. I was like, so why the fuck are you telling me this, Al? The game is tied and you paused it. We're watching the game, but you can pause it right now, live. It's like, well, I didn't realize that because of that, I was a little bit afraid of public speaking. Apparently because of that midget motherfucker. And after I saw this, Tuesdays, when I went to the meetings, I usually didn't speak in the meetings. I told somebody underneath me of my same department to speak on behalf of the department, but technically I was supposed to do it. And after I saw that movie, something shifted, and then I stood up and did the presentation like nothing. And people are all surprised, like, this motherfucker's talking. And they even clapped. And since then, I enjoy making my presentations, whatever. And suddenly, I realized that I fixed myself. It was like, good, give me another beer and play the fucking movie, the NBA game. I'm not working, but I was. So the next day, I wake up and I begin to recall the game. And suddenly I recalled when he paused the fucking game and put on the strategy that he ran. And I realized that he fixed himself. Because Kathleen said that our brain is designed to generalize information, right? So all of my kids, when you have taught them how to sit down in a chair, when they sit down, their brain says, my ass goes here and my back should go here. And if it doesn't have a back thing, then my ass goes here. You don't see a chair and do like this. Unless you're high on something, right? Or you want to impress the girls. So the idea is that when you see a chair, even though you have never seen this chair in this house, never again, you don't say, can somebody teach me how to use this? It sounds stupid. But this is one of the beautiful things about our unconscious mind that generalize beliefs and behaviors. So when this happened to him at 9 years old, he told me I was 9. Good. His brain, because what it's good for one thing, that generalizes that I don't need to, wait. Can somebody explain me how to shake hands? Because I've never seen this guy first. So now you know how to shake hands. I know it sounds stupid, but fortunately, this is how our brain works. So him and both of him generalized that each time that he was going to speak in public, he was thinking as that 9-year-old boy that was generalizing that the result was always going to be the same thing. Because he stood in front of people and did it, but he was afraid. Phobic don't even stand up. They don't even show if they know that they're going to speak. Okay? So I want you to have a very clear concept that they can do the behavior, but it's like watching a kid doing it. Because even though this motherfucker was a Marine, retired Marine, I'm 49, he's like 47, he literally was a 9-year-old kid in the meetings when he had to speak. So your brain is generalizing for the future the same result. You get it? So this is what we're going to do. Can you remember the age that you had at that time?
Yeah.
Okay? If we go back, well, actually, you go back. I don't want to go. You go back to your house. Can you close your eyes 1 second? Look in the mirror of your house at that age. Right? Can you see yourself? How you had your hair? Your age?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So you can see yourself at that age right now. You can see yourself. Good. You got it? Okay. That's the only thing that we need. Open your eyes. We need them to see themselves at that age so they can have an image. Okay? Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, good. So this is what we're going to do. I want you to look into this eye of mine and grab your left hand and put it in front of mine and take a deep breath in and just mirror my hand as you begin to let your unconscious take over your hand and your eyesight. Because when you keep breathing, which is a good thing, and my hand touches your hand, close your eyes. I want your eyes to remain closed while I put your hand like this and take a deep breath in and begin to relax. And the more you relax, the more your hand stays here. Because I want you to begin to drift down. And the more trance you do, the easier it is for you to listen even to the smallest sounds like keyboards, chains, even people sipping water or coffee. Because as your unconscious knows right now, you're going to begin to drift down with 3, 2, 1. Deeper still, 0. -1, let go. -2, -1, 0. Deeper now, -1, -2, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, -1, deeper, -2, that's it, -3. Because this means yes, and your unconscious will show me an unconscious and sincere yes signal now. Deeper still, that's a conscious response. I want your other mind to go away in a beautiful memory while your unconscious and me work on behalf of both of you. So drop down, and this is a yes signal. Do you understand? Beautiful. So now I want your unconscious to show you 6 feet away or 2 meters in a black and white TV what happened when you were that age that made you scared at that moment. And I want you to watch it now in a black and white TV, muted. And once you see it in a black and white TV and see yourself seeing what happened, just let your unconscious tell me through an unconscious movement of your left index finger that you already saw it. Black and white, mute. Unconscious response. Beautiful. And now explode that TV. And now in front of you, I want you to have a big color TV. 8K TV, high resolution, surround sound. Because I want you to go and see yourself back at that time in the same scenario as the man that you are today, with the experience that you have as a man today, with the knowledge that you have as a man today, and especially with the height that you have today, and with the courage that you have today. And I want you to see yourself back in time as the man that you are today in that same scenario, and notice how different the movie is going to be. Play it and notice how different this movie is now. And once this movie finishes with a completely different ending, let me know with an unconscious response that you saw it. Beautiful. And now float into the TV and live it through your eyes, through your ears, and notice how good this feels now. Play it again, now. Let me know when it's done. Beautiful. Because I want you to float back into yourself watching this TV. Because now I want you to see yourself in 3 different movies of a scenario just like this in the future, in which you know exactly now how to act in a very different way, a very intelligent way, a very you way. And once you've seen this 3 films of you applying this new behavior in the future, and after you see this 3 films of you, one after the other one, and this color, high definition surround sound TV screen, let your arm drop. Begin now. Watch yourself in the future behaving differently with the man that you are today, the knowledge that you have today, the courage that you have today. You even feel your balls getting bigger, your penis getting stronger and wider, because the more you practice, the more testosterone you can feel right now. There we go. Sigh. And now from -3 to -2 to -1, 0. Feeling an immense feeling of accomplishment with 1. Pulling time so you can actually do this motherfucking behavior now. 2. And opening your eyes with a serious and happy, fulfilling serial killer kind of look. Open your eyes. 3. Good. Serial killers are determined. Yeah, good. So you drink in the mornings coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay, good. Where's your family from?
Trinidad.
All of your family?
Oh, yeah.
At least what, 5, 6 generations?
Yeah.
Good. All right, so think about this thing right now. When can you do it? When can you do it?
No.
Right now? I mean, you're doing it right now? You're doing it right now? Because if it was something that needs you to go out like her and that, so we'll provide the environment so you can test it, right? When can you test it? During the day?
Yeah.
So they're your guinea pigs?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I like that. We put Ted Bundy in a frat school. Right? Good. Okay, so the exercise is very simple. Yes. The exercise is very simple.